This is a demonstration of using SAP HANA Rules Framework to create and run rules using the HRF web application. I will use the rule builder and simulator features of the application to create and simulate a text rule against banking application content. The SAP HRF web application home screen gives me two areas I can navigate to. The first allows me to create and manage rules, and the second allows me to create and manage rule services. I will select one of the tiles for managing rules. I can now create a new rule by clicking on the plus symbol at the bottom of the screen. I'm provided with a list of rule templates to choose from. I'm going to select the most simple type of rule template. Parameters can be added to a rule template, and all rules created against the template will inherit the parameters. The rule template I've selected here does not have any associated parameters. I can now add a rule name and a description describing what I want the rule to accomplish. I will call the rule customer income. And now I can give it a description. I will now select the New Text Rule button. Using the Rule Builder control, I have the ability to build my rule condition using the autocomplete mechanism. I can simply select the context-sensitive suggestions that are provided for me. This condition compares the annual income of the current customer against the average of all customers from the same city within the Southeast region. In this case, the runtime rule determination will cycle through each customer in the system and trigger the rule each time the rule condition evaluates to true. I will now add an output to the rule. An output allows me to supply user-defined parameters. These will provide me with information that will be stored in the SAP HANA database each time the rule triggers. The parameters allow me to provide context information in relation to the rule evaluation. These parameters can be formatted as strings, numbers, dates, or timestamps. I've added the output upsell opportunities, which has 6 parameters. I will provide input to some of those parameters as either text strings or as rule expressions. I've set up the min invest and income parameters to be rule expressions. At runtime, these expressions will be replaced by actual data returned from the SAP HANA database. You can also see that the underlined customer account balance is an alias. This actually represents the content balance of all customer products of a customer. Once the rule is activated, I am returned to the Active Rules screen. You can see my new rule has been added to the list of existing rules. The Used In column tells me that a rule service has been assigned to this new rule. When I click on the link One Instance, the next screen lists the rule services it is assigned to. In this case, the rule is associated to only one rule service called Identify Upsell Opportunities. By clicking on the name Identify Upsell Opportunities, I can get a full list of details about this rule service. Amongst the details present, there are two properties of the rule service that force the rule to belong to this particular rule service. The first is that they both reference the same vocabulary called banking. And the second is that the upsell opportunities output I chose for the rule is the same one that was assigned to this rule service. I can now click the test button to simulate a rule determination on all the rules that are assigned to this rule service. The results list tells us that the rule condition for 9 of the rules invoked evaluated to true on at least one occasion. If I open the results list for the customer income rule I created, it shows that the rule triggered for just one customer called John Rogers. The output parameter text I supplied presents an offer upgrade account for the product superior checking account. You can also see that the rule expression annual income of the customer has been replaced with the customer's actual income. This value has been extracted from the underlying SAP HANA database.